China. That is the latest in business news.
For breaking news live as it happens, follow BBC News in the BBC app. Save the stories you want to get your news your way. From live news and sport updates to global headlines. Stay up to date with the news that matters. Follow BBC News in the BBC app.
Hello there. It's time for us to take a look at the global weather prospects. We head to the US and Canada first of all. Out towards the west, high pressure is set to dominate on Thursday, so most locations will be dry with some spells of sunshine, although it will be rather cool here. However, a feed of warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico will continue to drive some very heavy rain across parts of Texas, up through the plains into the upper Midwest. There could be some flash flooding in a few places. Mexico looks largely dry. Further south across Central America, we will see 1 or 2 showers and the trailing end of a weather front bringing some showers across the eastern side of the Caribbean. An area of low pressure bringing some very heavy rain across Paraguay and some southern portions of Brazil. Could be some transport disruption here. It also looks very wet once again across the southern half of Chile. Some brisk winds here as well. Now to Europe, lots of showers and thunderstorms on Thursday. We could see some large hail, some very squally, gusty winds, particularly across central and eastern parts. The wettest weather could well be across Italy and into the Balkans. Much drier and warmer than it has been of late across Spain and Portugal. Madrid, Lisbon up to 26 degrees Celsius. A big cool down on the way across the northeast of Africa. We've seen some very high temperatures lately across Egypt, but Cairo on Thursday only getting to 27 degrees. Further showers and thunderstorms affecting the eastern side of South Africa. To the Middle East as we move through Thursday night and into Friday, the weather will be relatively quiet, but we do start to see some cooler air tucking in across the western side of the Levant. Further south, Riyadh, all the way up to 41 degrees. There's a lot of heat in the forecast across Central Asia, Pakistan, down into India. 1 or 2 showers. Most places here, though, will be dry. 43 degrees. The afternoon high in Nagpur, so some early season heat across much of India. High pressure builds across the Korean Peninsula, eventually into Japan, so more in the way of dry weather here, but further showers and thunderstorms across the south of China, Taiwan. Also quite a few showers breaking out from Vietnam into Thailand, down across the Malay Peninsula, also affecting Singapore. It does stay wet across the far north of Australia. Another day of rain to come here on Friday. Frontal system bringing some wet weather across Adelaide and Melbourne. Much of New Zealand on Friday will be dry with some sunshine. That's all from me. Bye for now.
Report there are 2 people shot, 1 query code 1. Query get them.
This was a serious incident and people were being shot dead.
The police say a number of people have been killed and several injured after shots were fired in West Cumbria this morning.
So many lives change forever.
He's Derek Bird, who's 52 and from Rowra near Frizington.
I think he was just in a bloodlust for any taxi driver who might have given him a hard time.
My life changed because I thought I was going to die that day.
The police are in pursuit of him, urging members of the public to shelter indoors until further notice.
It was controlled pandemonium.
Yeah, you're reminded of it 100 times a day.
They'd been part of, ultimately, what had turned out to be a mass shooting.
Ukraine is just about holding the front here while the Russians have launched this fresh assault.
Everywhere you look, there are uprooted trees, there are bits of building, and the destruction is just in every direction.
Incendiary drones were dropped here. We know this was the military junta because the rebels don't have that kind of weaponry.
When you can hear the tear gas canisters being lobbed at the protesters.
There, when the story breaks, BBC News.
Live from London, this is BBC News. Russia carries out a major drone and missile attack on Kiev, killing at least 9 people. It comes as the US steps up pressure on Ukraine to make territorial concessions to secure an end to the war.
I thought it might be easier to deal with Zelensky. So far it's been harder, but that's okay. It's all right. But I think we have a deal with both. I hope they do it.
The UK media watchdog Ofcom says social media platforms will have to carry out robust age checks. India closes its main border crossing with Pakistan. It's over the killing of 26 tourists by militants in Kashmir. St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican has stayed open through the night so mourners can file past the coffin of Pope Francis. And if you have a serious peanut allergy, a clinical trial suggests it may be possible to train your body to overcome the condition. Hello, thank you for joining us. I'm Catherine Biarahanga. Let's begin in Ukraine, where Russia has launched a big